Autobots, transform! I have summoned you here for a purpose.
What's up, Transformer fans? Welcome to another episode of George Reviews. I'm the 80s Transformer fan, and today I'll be taking a look at Transformers Siege Mirage. This is my second go-round for this review. I bought this toy, I started to review it, and when I got to the transformation part, I found out the inner thighs of the toy I had were two left thighs, the inner parts. And I take it back. Then I found out that this guy is pretty scarce now. I took it back trying to find it. It's kind of hard to find. As you can see, this one has kind of scratched up packaging, so maybe somebody passed on it. But when I go to the stores and I see like the peg warmers, this guy is not one of them in southeast Michigan. So here he is, the same standard Siege packaging. You can see Mirage in the window box packaging. There's Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy. Transformers right here. Hasbro 8-up, Takara Tomy Generations. There's Mirage on the side of the box running into battle. Or maybe he's running away from Megatron. I don't know. I believe he's running about. Deluxe class. Back of the box is the product shot Mirage in both robot vehicle mode. And the battle masters you can get to add to Mirage. I'm going to get this guy open and take a look at this guy again. Like I said, I started this review already and got all the way to the transformation. And found out I had two left inner thighs. So, yeah, struggling here. Slide Mirage out. Inside the package is the insert, his instruction booklet, and whatever this thing is, warning, choking hazard type thing. And inside is Mirage. Here is the payoff. So here's Mirage out of his packaging, and what you get inside is a little bit more than most. Normally, DC's deluxe figures comes with like one weapon, even though in the vintage line it came with one or two or three. He comes with this like launcher type thing. Looks like the rocket can detach, and actually does. Normally you get like one or two. You can put this in the hand, this on the shoulder, with like guys like the side swipe or whatever. But he has a separating weapon and an individual handgun, which is unique for this line. Okay, so let's take a look at Mirage. That face looks very Generation 1 cartoon inspired. I'm not gonna say the vintage toy because it didn't look that much like that. Okay, and he has the vintage toy. This was just a little sticker, not some type of circuitry, and some vents in there. Giant Autobot logo, false hood. It even looks like it comes apart, but it does not. His arms has a little bit of hollowing in there. Blue waist, ball jointed hips. Has some Cybertron writing on his legs, and his legs are translucent, which I did not know until I got the figure the first time. And there is the back of the figure with tires and stuff hanging out everywhere. So now let's take a look at Mirage articulation, starting with his head with the blue eyes. His head 360s, and it will not do much up and down at all. You think they could have did a little bit better with that. Come to his arm 360s at this hinge here. It comes out, it's not necessarily a butterfly joint, but it comes out because of transformation. And he can do that. He has a bicep swivel up here, allowing the full 360. He has an elbow bend right there. And coming down to his hand, there's nothing there but the transformation. Folds up there. And coming to his waist, you can get a full 360 out of the waist, the legs. Get some serious movement out of these hips on the ball joint there. Can do all of that. His leg up this high at the knee. It looks like he would have had an upper thigh swivel, but he does not. Well, I guess he does. Okay, you got to bring it down, and it swivels down there, but it's not cut here. I just showed you the knee and come to his foot. A little bit of rocker in there. So you can get this guy in a few little cool poses. And let's check him out. Let's check out his shoulder cannon. Showed you earlier, it detaches. Look, it has another piece running through it. Just kind of weird. Maybe it's just painted black over. I think it's all gray and it's just painted black. Okay, I thought it was a two-piece for a minute. This one goes in there. You can put it on his shoulder, like the G1. You can move it back. Port it here if you like. Ports on either shoulder. You know these things have ports everywhere. You put it on his arm. Or can you put it on his arm? Yeah, the ports are the same everywhere. You can put it on his arm. Let's get it on shoulder G1 style. It's a shame it does not tilt. It just sits right there. From this side covers up his face. Take his rifle he used for shooting Turbo Foxes, whatever they are, in the G1 continuity. There is his rifle. Some really cool detailing on that. Not a whole lot like the G1. Doesn't have the flare on the G1. These little panels on his shoulder can move around and kind of get out of the way, give him some clearance. I just noticed that by accident. And so here's Mirage, all weapon up. And you can try to get him in some really cool poses so he can take on Decepticons. And Mirage was always that really cool character that actually never did much. I think he was cooler in everybody's mind than he actually was in the continuity. Because he was like the spy. He was sort of like the Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, the Autobots, or like the Boba Fett. That character that you always wanted to see do more but never really did, but you just loved him anyway. You know, that type of guy. So there is Mirage. Paint looks pretty good from what I can see. In my opinion, I don't see any smudges or blemishes or anything. Face is painted well. I mentioned his blue eyes. Silver face. The head is blue plastic. It's not a whole lot of apps going on here. So let's get this guy transformed. Move his weapons. Fold up his hands. I can remember what I did last time. Oh, this is the back of the car. Let me see. Just open up her head hinge out. Oop, figured that out by accident. Tires come out. Oh, this comes up. Comes forward, I believe. I think it does. Our head goes in here, tucks away. Tires come out. Front of the car. See what I got. Some around here, maybe. Check this out. Maybe as I get it together, I'll recognize more of the vehicle. Oh, yeah, this is the back of the car, definitely. And I have to get this portion up. This hinge is back. Like this. Just on this side. And I discovered it by accident. Put these wheels out. And you know me, I do not practice transformation. We just get it in. I can see it coming together now. Maybe. Hope so. Sort of, kind of. And this is where I discovered last time that I had two left side little things right here. And it would not allow the figure to tab. Figure to not allow. Get these out of the way. This up and back. Keep losing that one piece. Actually, you know what? When I get these things transformed, I know it looks horrible on video, but I'd be so proud. I'd be so proud that I got it and didn't use the instructions. I'm telling you, I pat myself on the back. I know people will be commenting like, "Damn, man, that was like rough watching you transform that thing," but I'll be so proud that like I didn't look at instructions and I got it. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Let's get it tabbed in. But yeah, last time, the last figure I had these were two left sides and it would not transform for anything. And I was shocked. I'm like, what is the odds and the luck that I keep getting defective junk? I think this is it. Maybe it needs to tab in somewhere. Okay, okay, I see the little blue tab here and a little port there. And I'm not getting that in. you hear that little noise in the background, it's my 4-year-old son playing Avengers. Endgame, to be exact. With Fat Thor and Worthy Cap. Alright, here he is all in vehicle mode. I tried squeezing this guy to get it to tab in better to his Cybertronian racer. But I couldn't. And it's a real noticeable line going the length of the figure. It's not so bad as the translucent part. But here at the white, you can really see through it. And with my black background and the split and Autobot symbol, I just wish it... Maybe if I transform a few more times, it would come together better. But if you got it and you've done it, please let me know in the comments below. Do you have this gapping issue? But taking a look at the car mode, the little engine back here, I guess this doubles as vent intakes here. Or maybe it's just left open, I don't know. The little spoiler lays down pretty cool. I got some funky paint or discolorization right here. I think it's funky paint. Just right there, man. It's always something. Again, huge Autobot logo, little silver piece. The feet become these little silver pieces here. These little fins look like they should be reversed or something. I don't know. The Cybertronian writing's now on the side, some molding and detail here. And he actually has spokes on the wheels. Never really seen that on a racing car, but this is Cybertronian racing, so I guess it's cool. Then the back of the vehicle, where everybody says he has 2 fronts. This is the false front, which becomes his chest, but it doesn't look like the front of a vehicle because people have it like, oh, he's driving this way. It doesn't come across like that. You can kind of see it because of the spoiler, but no, it looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, they probably could have done better, but it looks cool. Translucent bits are cool underneath. A lot of hollowing underneath. Not really much to see. Have it sitting like this anyway if you're going to display it in this mode. And it rolls great. Rolls just fine. So, no issues with the paint. The only flaw in this mode to me is the gapping down the middle. Now, you can take the weapons because they port everywhere. Put them here. Put them here. Well, on this figure, I say port everywhere, but he doesn't have ports like other guys have ports all the way down the side. On the tops of the car, but I guess because of the translucent plastic, or maybe to keep up with the aesthetic, they chose not to do that. So he only has those 2 ports in this mode, unless I'm missing something. I'm sure somebody in the comments would love to let me know where I'm screwing up. So that is Mirage in his vehicle mode, which I think is pretty cool. I really like it. I mean, I kind of want to display it in this mode because I truly like it. And I believe we're supposed to be getting more translucent, maybe like with the blue and the white, or a clear one coming in the future. I don't know if it's some type of exclusive, but I've heard rumors that they're gonna make like the invisible version of this. So it might be in the Earthrise, Rise Earth line, but I'm not sure. But we'll get it translucent. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so I'm gonna get some comparisons in this mode. I'm gonna bring out, I think this is the last official deluxe class Mirage release that we got. This is from Combiner Wars, and everybody made the big stink because he had 62 instead of 26. But I actually love this car mode. Actually, really love it. I think it looks a little bit cooler than this. This is Cybertronian, this is Earth. But anyway, this one rolls a lot better. But just taking a look at these two side by side, this one's much longer. Again, Earth mode, Cybertronian mode. So it's kind of cool with the differences going on. Side to side, head to head. And one more comparison. It's actually a KO, but it's my translucent invisible Mirage Earth mode from G1. I'm still trying to find my Mirage. I actually had it for the other review, so I might edit it and splice it in there. But my official G1 Mirage, so it's in a box somewhere. But just a little bit more eye candy with comparison time. So got Mirage back in his robot mode, and I really like the figure in both modes. Only flaw to me is the I couldn't get it to completely tap together. You can clearly see the two halves in his vehicle mode. But anyway, I'm going to bring him in next to the Combiner Wars in this robot mode, and he's really killing this guy. I like this guy in vehicle mode, but he really suffers from the lankiness and the wiriness of being a combiner and the way all the limbs came together. Here he is next to my translucent KO G1 Mirage. This is going to have to do for this review. I got it somewhere. I know it's somewhere, but I'm not going to dig for it. I'm going to do a Mirage G1 review pretty soon. I know I keep saying it, but they're coming soon. But here they go. the G1 design, basically. Okay, so yeah, I really like this figure. Only problem I had with it was the two halves not coming together in vehicle mode. But other than that, I really like it. I like the black hands with the silver arms, the way the blues and the whites, the translucent bits. I really like what they did here. There's a little bit of tire kibble hanging out, but it's not hanging out that far. These things look cool back here in this mode. Oh, there's a port right there. You can store weapon right there if you chose to, or swing it around and have it sticking up like it's like resting and it's going to come out onto the shoulder. But anyway, he's one of my favorite Siege Deluxe class figures. Might be my favorite Siege Deluxe class figure so far. If you don't have them, I highly recommend it. And in Michigan, Southeast Michigan, this thing is scarce now. I haven't seen him on the shelf since Christmas. And you know, I was lucky to get this when I took the other one back for having an issue with the two left little piece, these pieces right here, and the thigh pieces. So yeah, again, I highly recommend this figure. So this has been another episode of George Reviews. I want to thank you for joining me. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and you just watched a review where every toy has a story.
Autobots, transform!